identification number, and that number there can make you able access your medical report na any hospital where you register with Health Connect. If your hospital, clinic or health center dey up to date, register one time with Health Connect for make you patient the medical life better. For more, just click healthconnect.sl or call 030-044-432-584.
Radio Democracy, the true voice of the people.
For news, views, and entertainment, stay tuned to Society for Radio Democracy, 98.1, simply the best.
7:30 from we New Englandville studios. Good morning and welcome to the second edition of the program Good Morning Salone for this week, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Today na Tuesday, November 19th, 2019. We will bring the program come to you this Tuesday morning. Mina Khadija Bangora.
And me, Nasabti Kalon. Good morning. Inside the program this morning, the President, Dr. Julius Maada Bio, say by the year 2022, Salon will get over 100 energy system for light to about 400,000 people all over the country. The President for the Salon Medical and Dental Association, Dr. Delwin M. Finley, asked government for support the Salon Health Insurance Scheme for reduce the plan to challenge them where it said in the well body sector. And today inside the program, the Deputy Minister of Transport and Aviation, Sadiq Silla, will talk about the new reform them we don't be in the transport sector.
Well, this and plenty others to read them, then the program plus one Coco consultant. Well, this and plenty others to read them, then the program plus one Coco consultant will come on at the International Trade Center and the United Kingdom. They say one research where the organization will show say every year Salon they produce different type of cocoa them we not get good quality for reach international standard. And we about 7 day inside the program for you this Tuesday morning. Remember say they listen to we live on www.radiodemocracy.sl, courtesy of Osiwa and powered by AfriCell. The program na Good Morning Salone. You can same way so send we message on 077-981-981. Or if you watch we on our Facebook page, drop your comment, ask question on the issues them where we they discuss inside the program this morning. As you hear from one part we headline them. Today na the program we get the Deputy Minister of Transport and Aviation, where na Sadiq Silla. He go can talk about the new reform them where the ministry don't put together for ensure say they improve on transportation na Salon. Good morning, Mr. Silla, and welcome to the program Good Morning Salone.
Good morning and good morning, the people of Sierra Leone.
All right, continue for the return of the program. We'll come back to you.
Inside the program Good Morning Salon now, we look at the first issue. The Chief Executive Officer for the Salon Jamboree, Muntala Mohammed Kamara, say the contest where the organization organized for female inmates at the Correctional Center in Freetown will help transform the life of them people here within the female correctional center them. Muntala Mohammed Kamara talked this after the contest will be this this weekend, Friday, November 15, at the Correctional Center. We reporter Cherino Jallo will be part of this and gonna report.
One of the purposes why make them transform the Salon prison to correctional service and for change the life of people them who don't find guilty in a court and different crime them for see they live better life after the sentence by way how then go learn different skill them and plenty other good thing them during the time when they be in bars. And the latest approach where the Salon correctional service don't take this behind them for see then change the mentality of people them where they be in bars for see even though then they inside correctional center them not to the end of their life and hope they after that. Now for organized beauty contest for woman inmates them we come out all about the country.
Miss Correctional 2019 is Miss Bosia 2019.
Chief Judge Awa Kamara, they announced the winner for the Miss Correctional Service 2019, winner the first edition of Salon, who started being crowned Sia Kemba as the winner for this year Miss Correctional Service Beauty Pageantry. Sia Kemba come out na the both female correctional center and they get 2 pikin. Siakemba served 5-year sentence because the court been found am guilty for manslaughter after he been choking man wey be end up for die. With this according to Murtala Mohammed Kamara, who na the CEO and founder for Salon Jamboree, who they organize this contest. He said the contest have helped transform the life of people who don't come in conflict with the law and they serve them jail sentence at different correctional centers them across the country.
What make we decide for use this approach now for see how we can able, reduce crime, using entertainment. Most of the women them where they behind, but some of them are here, for minor crimes. But with this event, we want to see how we can build them capacity, as you said, they see for yourself. Some of the things that they make inside here, where you see where they display, people not believe say now inmates then they make them inside here. Believe say they get inmates the inside away, then they take care of them, picking them outside. Students here, they make them back then sus. The whole idea of correctional, now for see that once you can inside here, they try to reform you, for make you a better person. So by the time they go out, you go able not only benefit them, your immediate family, but the country in general.
Murtala Mohammed Kamara say each of them contestants a year gets prize, and the first prize for the winner na 3 million, where them go put in your account, and you go use this couple for buy anything we want. And self say the Salon Jamboree go continue for support the winner the year. After them go don't serve them jail term them.
At the end the contest, we get various prizes. We get cash prizes where the winner will get 3 million. The second one as well will get 2 million. The first one will get 1 million. But it's not just about the money. That money then they will put on their account. Any one of them we will get for come out. They try to provide a startup for them because we don't engage them. Some of them say a business they want to do. So not just tap day. We make sure say back we follow up with you, like your community.
We're gonna go on 98.1 for the first time. We go talk and people may ask why making go this initiative back to the Mill Correctional Center.
We don't get them concerns and they plenty people don't reach out to it. But this not the starting. We still they discuss and see what thing go possible.
This idea, according to Fatmata Clark Carlton Hansen, Director for Legal Aid Board, when one organization wouldn't they represent people, na court we can come in conflict with the law, and not can get couple for hire lawyer them, we will represent them na court say this initiative na step in the right direction.
And an opportunity for sure say they are not in a prison outside all until they take place, but a house of correction. Outside then they teach them, then they prepare them for go back to the world and make them say they get talents then for let them stay away from the thing they will make them inside. So we are very happy because it is reformative, it gives them a break, it gives them an opportunity for let the public interact with them and let them say they are stars for a day. And by the time they go back to them communities, then self no say bokutin and they not for do again because they don't become role models.
As the Salon Jamboree been present about 10 certificates to the most behaved inmates them at the different correctional center them, the Director for Legal Aid Board, Fatmata Clark Carlton Hansen say they will present some of them certificates they are in a court. We will show say even if some of them inmates there we don't come in conflict with the law, but after some time behind bars, they don't realize their mistake.
I have to say that one of the clients there, and we they use this certificate because she's presently on trial when it comes to sentence, and the court for them or say
After the judge we don't announce the winner for this competition, I've been turned the mic to him for no but how he feel after I don't win the 3 million and self-voting in plan for do with this couple but not be able to give me is as he be the cry bitter one with this according to white people na tears of joy. Galaxy of celebrities them na all walks of life, especially from the entertainment industry like Akman, Steady Bongo, Nasai, White and plenty other one them we witness this show. For the Society for Radio Democracy, me, Acheng Nojalo, the report.
7:39 at the time from studio clock, and the program where they listen na Good Morning Salone. They come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Well, at the studio today, we get the Deputy Minister of Transport and Aviation, Sadiq Silla. There this morning, they can look at the transport sector and save some part the reform them where the ministry don't put in place for ensure say they improve on the transport sector. Well, as we all know, the transport sector na one main important sector na any country, especially for promote trade, agriculture and safe human development. Inside Salon, the means of transportation get for do with three major components them wey na road, air and sea transportation. Among them three components here, the road and sea transportation na the main one them where people don't they use internally for ensure say them bring goods and services for improve on the economy, and save the air transportation they link Salon to other country them na the world, and that gets for do with the international link them where Salon they get with other country. Well, from that background, the chairman, it clearly shows say the transport sector get a major role for play in the development of Salon. Now, the Ministry of Transport and Aviation, from where the president will appoint you a new minister for that particular ministry day. Let we first start for look at exactly how the ministry don't they want from that same day to now.
Well, thank you very much, Radio Democracy, for having me here and giving me the singular opportunity for let and make the whole nation of Sierra Leone know exactly what thing that happen at the Transport and Aviation Ministry. Unlike other speakers, I, as a person, not believe for speak into the past because we are now in charge, and therefore the responsibility they right now with doorsteps. In the transport ministry and aviation, like you said, it broadly divided between air, land, and sea. We start from the air. In the air transportation, we don't come into governance. We don't see what are the problems and we surround the air transportation. And the prime one, nine be the price of air tickets for move. The aviation cost be very high. So as a government, under the leadership, one thing we are going to elect the nation, some people they know, but they're not fully aware about that. That His Excellency, the President, upon in graduation from the military, from the cadets, in first place of deployment in this country, in Lunga International Airport. So the President gets basic passion and knowledge about aviation. So therefore, in first instruction was, it wants to see that airports will be competitive. And in aviation industry, you not get no small airports. Whether na JF Kennedy they talk about, whether they talk about Senegal, their own airport, Ghana, their own airport, or waiting for operate. Now that airport they're supposed to operate now we own type now we own airport. If you not do that, certain aircrafts they know they come. If you not make your place competitive, you know they attract tourism for Canada country. And you know say I can always say this. We they deal with things that were very expensive. Apart from agriculture, now we're at the second sector in this economy where they employ people them, past whether formal or informal. So therefore, aviation not one way we they left out because it get direct impact on Ministry of Tourism and Culture. It get direct impact on trade. It get direct impact on even the foreign exchange earnings. Because when once you create people that for coming to your country, they can't live as tourists then, they can't spend their money in your country, then it cushion, the effect of even what we call now hikes in price. So what do we do as a ministry under the direction of His Excellency the President? We make sure we look into our own internal charges that will be due. So we drop our internal charges then by 34%. We looked at some other charges and we other institutions that we do. We now in negotiations for let themselves drop down the price. We look at the major one where now we be concerned the Ministry of Finance. We now the GST. So please for inform Unanaya and we don't know as a responsible media house say all GST on aviation related activities have been dropped. So therefore, if you buy ticket Friday like $1,000, now come January 1, you buy that ticket now at $850, 15% of drop on it. So we do all this one for really attract the people them for men and come. Mind you, government also don't make visa on arrival, so the passenger volume also increase. That is in the aviation, backed by, because when you talk about aviation, we get two basic institutions on the way. That is the airport. Now we talk about round. Then we talk about the CAA. Okay. When are the regulatory
Mr.
body?
Minister, we can't talk about air transportation, but first let we look at road transportation, because we go through His Excellency New Direction Manifesto. One of the major things the way it lay emphasis on in the New Direction Manifesto, it gets to do with road transportation and how in government go ensure say road transportation generate revenue. Every new roads where the New Direction government go build go make sure say the road sector safe add pan the growth. From where una dey na that ministry dey to now, how una don ensure say some of them things there so where they na the New Direction Manifesto we get for do with transportation, una able for implement them and add to revenue generation.
That's on the spot question where you don't ask. The lead to we say exactly my own presence here today. The lead to why I will try for analyze. I'll just want to deal with the two sectors then, because we're talking about transport as totality. But my prime focus here is the road, because the road now in 80% of the population they use. So we have to deal with that very seriously. When I just want to let we just do it, because I don't want to talk in isolation. Because when you talk about transport and aviation ministry, you have to talk in totality. So when once we try, as if you permit me, we get the regulatory framework for deal with the aviation, for which you don't deal with them, for which the international civil aviation don't come rank with 69%. The minimum what we're supposed to get now 65. So we did 4% even above the minimum requirement where they make the certify this thing. One more thing what we need for do. Now in for let we get with country as a state accede to the bill and settlement plan, where they allow you Khadija who says you don't use that your phone and buy tickets for yourself now any part of the world. So in that case, the biggest problem that they talk, so we know they get direct flight to UK, we know they get direct flight to these big other countries, then they become a thing of a past, because those big airlines they know they can establish like how we get now, they establish shop, a small office now that they sell tickets 1-to-1. No,
of course we're not going to end the program. We're not talk about flight tickets.
So we don't do. So I want let we rest on flight now. We come to the sea transportation. You and me know say the sea transportation first now the regulatory aspects. The regulatory aspect about the sea transportation, we get the Salon shipping agency, we suppose for clear goods and services for government agencies and departments. It has not been happening before. Now they ensure say it happen, where they make that institution viable, where they reduce the cost on government. So that one I can say for shipping agency and so many other reforms there.
So how that don't improve the sea transportation, just like how you mentioned some of the two key points where you say, because when you look at the sea transportation, now one way clear say a lot of challenge as we just get too ferry where they move in and out from Freetown to Lunge.
Yes, you're right in that. How that improve? You know what's that happened in the economy in the past for over 30 years or what everything. People don't just believe say a sea transportation for be run by government. And you and me know say sea transportation somebody called ferry. It's not like when somebody go buy a Okada or a buy in taxi. All what is required of them now for go register. Now road safety, they get the prerequisite license there. He pay in tax, then he run and mass transportation. So we now, what we don't decide, me and my boss, is that our doors are opened and people that don't come past 4, we're ready now. We say no, you don't need for come partner with government. Government is not of somebody who for do business. In for just create the enabling environment. Now that our government we own road. So we don't create the enabling environment. People that now they come with a private ferry where they run like a business. All what is required, we ensure say then go maritime administration, the ports, then go vet the ferry, say good for purpose, safety and security, until you know they joke with. Then come, then go to Ministry of Finance, they pay all the taxes them and the license they will get them correctly. So it runs like that. That is what we want to do, and that's what we're moving towards that, so that we'll get efficiency and quality service in the sea.
Mr. Minister, talking about safety in terms of the sea transportation, how often on can like monitor or supervise them ferry, especially the two them when I know more the country get, because of lately we see one of the ferry most them is stock up, or maybe the water can go other side.
Well, you see, there are people that are responsible for that, both maritime and port authority, where they monitor that. That is why, amidst all that, you know, one day we about any, and we pray let that not even happen. We know one day we about any catastrophe, because there are people them on a daily basis, where they not those harbors them, where they monitor, where they on board the ferry, they can go periodically. We ourselves as ministers, we can go on board that ferry then they periodically. For let we just see, but we not just sit down and say, okay, this ferry then they don't say that they operate. Let we just left everything to fate. That's why we're making calculative moves, serious moves. Forget the private sectors and for come with their own ferry and operate them. All we need to do, make sure say they get the prerequisite license for operate and pay the government taxes. It's no rocket science. Like anybody they come with a truck, like anybody they come with a private bus, like anybody they come with a keke, lekada, okada rider, they register. So person out there today, you get any opportunity for out ferry in this country, come with and today and operate and today. Like kind of manner would attract the airlines. Because in the past, people have done create this kind of things, for carry those things, and you need to get political connections, you need to get approval. No, it's a transportation system. It's just a sea transportation. So you don't need no other thing. You can today, you do your registration, you wanna.
Mr. Minister, they talk about sea transportation, where the major link gets for do with ferry. And ferry now one of the challenges them where people don't they go through, especially business people where they come out from Lunge for cancel them business them na Freetown. We don't they cry ferry don't fasten with people in countless time. And most of them ferry where you look at the owner them na private people and own them. In as much as government they encourage the private sector for invest in transportation. But again, owner as a government get responsibility for ensure say the citizens them get good means of transportation when are essential. Waiting government don't put in place for tap the challenges where they with sea transportation, especially the get for those ferry business.
Where Khadija, you know about journalism, but you don't know about transport business. The ferry they yonder, the only the Libyan ferry and are private owned. The other one on a government's property. So but that's not the basic fact.
How effective then they?
And I'm coming. The one, so know that they first. So therefore, I am saying, and that's really what me and my boys work on. We're not interested in this concept of government owning something and run them. Had never worked anywhere in a liberal economy, everywhere in the world, in any work. So how effective you talk about that is what exactly I was saying. Now, what do they try to do now as a ministry? We for currently now, because what you will get now you do it. But what do they do? They make sure say we effectively get technical people them where they inspect that ferry and check them so that it gets a free flow. Not forget say in the raining season where the high tide, the best makeshift na the wall and everything. When the rainy season kind like to we particular the water go up and everything, and they drift anybody. Like a good motorcar say bound today, where rain can at this city they say they block. I mean how the motorcar the movement they make the best of SUV way gets where you bound today because of the climate condition. As of that time day. So water drift ferry do in August, September time there, July time then day. Those are things that whole day in that sector day. We know say those are things that way they happen.
So looking at the
so that don't mean say the ferry not good or you know they provide the services.
But
it's an external factor. Now they responsible.
But how often the ferry can the ambulance get problem? Now one way plenty people can get concerned for, which means safety is not 100%.
Well, let me tell you, safety, everybody they watch for security and safety for move towards 100%. That is what always you look for. You not go and say you life, make a gamble me life 60%. No, you want it to be 100% always. But like any motorman, you don't come out in a house, you don't come in an office, even your environment, you got to be very careful. So it's a constant, continuous process. We'll make sure say every day with the monitor.
So looking at the Alcoa standard, we talk about technique and standard. You think, say, for a whole country, getting it to ferry, like good and improved way than in terms of the sea transportation?
No, sea transportation not enough for two.
So, but you think, say, two ferry enough?
Standard is about aviation. No, that is why we're making moves. I've been telling you now, say, there are 4 private people them who would encourage for men to their own ferry, all what's required of them. Let them come, then license, then pay, like kind of more points with a truck. Because in the past, the public believes, say, for let you run ferry, pass you get political backing, you get government support, and they want partner with government. No, the kind of more points they buy motorcar and they run them. So we don't encourage that people, and they also say, yes, we not get no thing we attach to. Other than you come, you take your legal license, they inspect the ferry, they know say it's security, safety, they up to standard, you come, you begin operate.
They encourage people in the private sector for coming invest into the transportation industry. How open is the space for ensure say Sierra Leonean themselves invest in this particular sector?
Khadija, for sure you know me from more as council chairman, because every way they address me, you say chairman, you still get that concept, say, me na chairman. You understand? We ministry get an open door policy. Me in particular, if you don't believe what I want everybody for benefit from Sierra Leone, but I want the Sierra Leoneans for benefit most. So that's my own concept. So that's what I'm saying publicly here. Any Sierra Leonean will get any idea for let we improve on the land, sea, and air transportation at this country, let them come. So if we are done okay a bit with that sea transportation and air, the basic thing now we need to talk about then the land.
Okay, we'll come to that later. Deputy Minister of Transport and Aviation, Sadiq Silla, continue for day with you inside the program Good Morning Salone. As now inside the program, we look at another issue. For long term now, the cacao sector don't face serious challenge in the country for produce quality cacao. Because of this, make one cacao consultant we come out at the International Trade Center. They don't say, according to our research we then do, it show say Salon no get continuity for produce quality cacao, cocoa, we go reach international standard. They talk this inside one 5-day quality cocoa training where the International Trade Center, Produce Monitoring Board, and then partner them all na Kenema district for workman them where they produce cocoa. You know, Kabia we get more on this and go now report.
This being said, Salon don't be one of the 50 countries in the world where get the best cocoa. With all this, the cocoa sector don't face challenge them, like how for produce quality, packaging, and other things we go make the country in cocoa sector reach international standard. Because of them challenge make the International Trade Center, together with the Produce Monitoring Board, don't hold 5-day cocoa quality training na Kenema district for workman them where they work na the Produce Monitoring Board. The International Trade Center, now organization we don't complement government efforts for CC agriculture and cocoa production at the country reach international standard. Ropant Day, na cocoa consultants, we come out na the International Trade Center. Talk more about this training.
ITC don't organize this workshop for LE, PMB, SABI, the quality assessment process for the Federation of Cocoa Commerce. Federation of Cocoa Commerce now one international body where they it assess the quality of cocoa. It get its own recommendations for how you cut the cocoa, how you sample them, how you cut them, how you divide them. Then it go after you done do all that process, you come up with one fine report. It say the cocoa gets so percentage mold, so percentage slit. Practical workshop, we get cocoa with the can cut them. In self, it help the PMB staff for Sabi how you for cut that cocoa, how you for arrange that cocoa, how you for Sabi that cocoa. After you don't do that business, you get one fine report. You go able to say if you send that cocoa now the international market, that quality test where you don't do, the international market get confidence that you don't assess that quality to the correct process, the correct methodology. That are the focus of this workshop. For let PMB Sabi the international standards for quality assessment.
Rupant they continue say one big problem where Salon they face per cocoa production. Now where Salon no constant for produce quality cocoa, we go reach international standard. We making say this training go give Produce Monitoring Board for know the kind cocoa we farmer then they produce. We go able compete na different international markets then.
Salon you can get good quality, say it just win one prize for good quality cocoa in Paris. fine cocoa day na Salon the day, but it's not too consistent. Any 1 year you can get cocoa, you get good quality cocoa, you get poor quality cocoa. It's not too constant. So PMB, from this process, they go sabi how you for assess that cocoa. You go sabi within the international market go want. From fine quality cocoa, you get that assessment process. Then you go say, okay, this cocoa quality now grade 1, grade 2, grade 3. But the international market, they get their own grading system, and PMB for align themselves with that grading system. If you tell one man in Holland, you go buy grade 1 Salon cocoa, you no go sabi within a grade 1. Grade 1 na a Salon standard where they don't set. PMB, they go begin align themselves with that international standard for let na the Salon cocoa sector sabi within the actual requirements of the international market, within the actual process for assess that cocoa. Then it go allow PMB for sabi who's can cocoa this country they export.
But waiting this training mean to the cocoa sector na Salon, the Dan Sanko, na director na the police monitoring board, explain.
Well, this training is very important because Sierra Leone would only push ahead for improve on the quality of cocoa, and we as the police monitoring board, we now we responsibility for ensure say whatever police will go out of this country meets the required quality. So now make you feel say this is important for staff them, for me them get that training, because you know the international rules of for quality way, for instance the Federation of Cocoa Commerce gets, you know, all the staff need for understanding and also in turn able for kind of inform with farmers and as well as exporters and agents where they buy cocoa around cocoa producing areas. So this is key for we because just recently Salon don't be among the best 50 cocoa producing countries, and for that we see that as an opportunity for improve more, for ensure say we continue to improve on the quality, because we want for ensure say by the time we will go for another award in 2 years time in 2021 we've already count down at least to best 20 or best 10. So this is part of the plans that we will do for ensure so we staff them get them training and the exporters, the agents, for ensure say whatever cocoa they buy they meet the quality parameters.
Waiting at some of the things them where the police monitoring board don't put in place for make the country produce quality cocoa. Dr. James Vibi, now the executive chairman for the police monitoring board.
I will not say we have reached to an appreciable level where we have to be complacent, but we are working on it every day. That is why we come out with regulations and criteria as to how exporters and agents do buy their produce. We have a set of rules. If you don't go by that rule, then we don't give you a license. So we are trying to reach there, but we can't say we have already reached the point where quality is really at a point that we don't need to worry again. No, we are always working very hard because there are a lot of issues out there that we need to make sure our farmers, who are the primary agent of produce quality produce.
People will be part of this quality cocoa training. Talk about the thing them where they learn.
This is Rogers. I'm the Senior Inspector of Produce Eastern Region. I'm even surprised to know that we are the manufacturers in West Africa to be specific in Sierra Leone of cocoa. But we do not eat chocolate, and chocolate is being manufactured from cocoa. And from there, I've come to realize that cocoa itself has some medicinal value.
Judith Sana, this training here helped me a lot. We learned so many things. We were able to identify the key challenges within the produce sector, especially the Salon cocoa sector. We get so many challenges. Where they talk about farm management, you know, the cocoa sector for make we go enhance quality. One of the challenges now the poor farm maintenance and management. We get the other one where they talk about storage. We get other things who they talk about pre-finance. There are so many challenges Then
people here end up say with this quality cocoa training where the International Trade Center and Produce Monitoring Board don't can give them. Then self go train farmer them where they produce this cocoa so that they go know the type of cocoa where they go produce in the country where go reach international standard. For Radio Democracy, you know Kabia the report.
Salon Commercial Bank don't come with new banking products them for make life easy. With Million Online Bank and Million Mobile App, you can able for use Salon Link money transfer for send money to anybody like you not get bank account. Transfer or receive money na the same bank or any other bank. Transfer money to person or office like you not get the account number. Buy Edsalight, pay other bill them, and now get advanced salary. You don't need for worry again, but almost money then you earn.
because you can able for pay for things the way you buy in a supermarket and other shop them with the quick response code payment. Yagbadon done for we boss man them. With Beyond Online Direct, you can upload salary, pay all your supplier them, sell forex to Salon Commercial Bank, and watch your account anytime. If you need the app, download them from Google Play Store or any Apple Store, or go to Salon Commercial Bank website www.slcb.com. Sierra Leone Commercial Bank, delivering value.
We continue with the program Good Morning Salone, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. We still get Sadiq Silan at the studio and Ina, the Deputy Minister of Transport and Aviation. There this morning, they look at the transport sector and some part they reform them where the ministry don't put in place for ensure say people get opportunity to transport business. Mr. Stila earlier, they talk about the what we get for do with sea transportation, ferry and other means them for ensure say people travel go na other parts them na the country. Now let we look at one major one we get for do with air transportation. Of course, you earlier make mention of flight tickets, but before we look at the flight tickets them, the flight itself for Camp Salon na major challenge. People who they travel in and out of Salon don't they raise concerns say connecting flights them to Salon it can really be challenging. What you don't do for ensure say flights then begin come back, because from after the Ebola sick most of the flights them now begin for come back it's na Salon.
Well, you normally speak with statistics, data, informed data. When you say it's difficult to then this is me in the sector, as a sector leader, I go say no, that's not correct. Because if you watch at the passenger volume there, we be there about 250. We only push towards 320,000 passenger volumes now per year. So that don't really tell you significant. It was like 70,000 add to passenger volume in less than 1 year, 6 months. Then you know go say that. But that no means say problems are not there, as you rightly said, because these are continuous process. Before now, like I speak, if you talk to these people that already talk about the major problem, they want to get direct flights from here to London, because UK now colonial base and Bokusu unions, they get London citizenship, they get everything this one. So this is what we're working towards continuously. Like as recent as yesterday, you get Transair. Transair not the only run from Dakar to Banjul to Sierra Leone, Freetown, and they intend for go Guinea as well. But the intention here is less than 2 months for make Lunga International Airport a hub. A hub where they get all the passengers them into Lunga International Airport and they move that passenger into UK. They want deal with the British, West African countries them, and they target the English-speaking countries them. So that one has been laid. But for now, let me tell you, we get Air Côte d'Ivoire. You know, say Boko if we close the whole the way in this country, cut things and everything, the Ivory Coast that they manufacture them. Now they we sister then they go, with my mother they go, with brother they go for go buy, they go by road straight. Now get direct flight between Sierra Leone and Air Côte d'Ivoire. And from there, they use Côte d'Ivoire, they go any other part of the world. You get Delta, you get South African Airlines, you get Ethiopia Airlines. So that don't ease the connectivity. We don't want to use that route today. You get the Ghana, when I be the only route we will be there. Over that, we don't add to Senegal, don't add it. And Senegal route, anybody know if you're familiar with traveling. From Senegal, you get Delta Airline where they go in America direct. Any of the states that where you want to go land. You get South African Airways, you get Ethiopia Airways, you get Turkish Airline. The way they go. So therefore, we improve on the connectivity.
The airline here all way you don't call, then be done the run a Salon, but issue of sustainability be done they come up. You they see say then go begin run for some time, then stop for run Salon. because of ticket issues, in as much as you talk about the GST percentage where government don't cut down on tickets, but plenty of the passenger them, especially business people, prefer for go buy them tickets them na Guinea, fly from Guinea and go na then different destination them, because then they get ticket they at a cheaper rate.
Yes, Khadija. So you just talk with exactly what they do, because we come, like I said, me and a type politician, we not just believe in just castigating. So I don't even want to speak about the past. The past is the past. We are not in charge.
The point why
So
they try to make, Mr. Minister,
you say
be sustainable.
No, it is, Khadija. For more don't come now. For that means say you they speak to statistics. Me no they speak to hearsay. Then say no they work in principles like this. Because before this time, for let the flights land, just the landing thing, we reduce that by 34%. That they speak to the ticketing thing directly. We moved other charges them where they affect. We don't create the conditions. Then not forget say in airline business.
Effective when?
In this one we don't pass 6 months ago. Where we don't reduce all these charges that we as a government. The GST in when they read the budget, now in the come waiting second for art.
So this GST one I don't remove it. The effective when, because now 2020 budget.
First January.
Okay.
The effective 1st January. But before this, other charges have been reduced, and where they reflect on the air tickets, and it reflect.
So if they reflect, why people they come out Salon go buy tickets na Guinea, especially the Abacha woman, the way they run go China, where they use Kenya Airways.
Oh yes, because from Guinea you go by road, you're able to get direct access. You take the flight direct into one flight direct, you go into China. So even you yourself, and that is what we try for.
You don't think saying that the ticket price then they go
not to the ticket price, Khadija. If for instance that you want to take visa for go to a certain country, the embassy not this Sierra Leone, but na Guinea the embassy, I don't know what you get for go. So that not get for do with whether price high or this not high. So what we that is why we try for do. That is why we try for get these connections. And this one, and we'll make a Lungi International Airport a hub. And not forget say the infrastructure itself, they speak to a lot of disadvantages. So that is why as a government, now under the presidential infrastructure, a directive of Dr. Tambi in the State House, they construct a new terminal, and that process they on. As recent as yesterday,
the new terminal na Lunge.
Na Lunge.
Okay.
As recent as yesterday, the committee meet with Dr. Tambi. So if you want speak and get details about that, please get to Dr. Tambi. We are the experts in that field. Well, that is where government will look at so many holistic things there. But like I said to you, you get to deal with this thing then from the heart, from the sincerity of the heart, and you get to be decisive. When people they say Luanda, this other country, they don't behave so, because they're decisive about what they want to do. So this government, we are decisive about what we want to do, and we remain focused. We know they behave like small picking. When you want to do something, then somebody panic you. Hey, this is not the work. Then you panic. No, we get a consistent approach where we take to this aviation problem. You know what you just say? Because they go Guinea, they will say jump. No, that is not that's not the real problem. The real problem here is that you get for create the infrastructure, you get for create the tax regime them, you get for make them favorable for let the ticket go down. And the last strike what they try for do as a nation, would they try for go on the BSP bill and settlement plan, where they allow anybody you stay in the comfort of your office or anywhere in this country or the world. You buy tickets from one country to another once you without no hindrance and get that global pricing.
Mr. Minister, look at all which you don't mention and talk say on another angle go they say more need for be done in terms of the all sector of transportation them. That the three sector the way we get. Because when you look at most people waking come. One other issue where we see this being now the issue about fuel problem. What may really happen? But KQ.
Yes. No. KQ, as recent as the day before yesterday, now they come on go Liberia for go pick up fuel. When they go pick up fuel, Liberia in gets problem with in tank. So therefore they come back freight time for come pick fuel. That's the story about KQ. So not Australia we get the problem. Now then go pick because a day then they go pick up the fare. We then go Liberia and their own tank and pumping system, they get mechanical problem. So they come back for it, they can take fare. That's the story.
So now one other thing again where we for look at, though you be don't divert a little bit now back to the sea transportation. You call private sector we get interest for come on board, but already we get the Salon people already into sea transportation, and people have done the call for more addition of ferry. Again, we will look back, we get the Nasit ferry, we according to Nasit, they don't hand over the ferry to the Ministry of Transport. What really they happen to the Nasit ferry?
Yes, the Nasit ferry they hand over to the Ministry of Transport. When you take over property, like any responsible institution, you go check a mechanical status. What we don't check the mechanical status of the Nasit ferry can't go now, on the waters. It has to be sorted out. And just take, these are government property. They just take them because Minister Sadiq Silla, they are decided for Guy Khadija, for instance, as they go around the Nasit ferry, you got to go through procurement process. And until you get that. So those who are unions, the way they see, then now business people, the way they operate, they are not the owners of the ferry. Now people, the way they come, like, then go for a bid, a service, then they click and edit. That is not what we were looking for. Okay. What would they look for? Somebody where they can go with your own ferry, but when I get, so that all waiting concern, we as a government will make sure say that ferry seaworthy, or make sure say they paying correct tax, and make sure say they follow the safety and security procedures where the law of the sea, they operate on. So that person run them on a viable business. Okay, if you just tune in, they listen to the Deputy Minister of Transport and Aviation, Sadiq Silla. We don't give you update, but the different improvement where they don't make all three forms of transportation with the Ministry of Transport and Aviation the supervise. The program na Good Morning Salone, and the time from the studio clock now 8:15, and we go for a break.
Better don't come, better don't come. A Union Trust Bank again. Union Salone Banco. Union Trust Bank get plenty product and service there for you. You must get what you want to go better. Let me savings account, ide. Current account, ide. Fixed deposit account, ide. Credit facility, ide. All for you. Me and you, Union Trust Bank, na Salon for me and you. Kids future savings account, ide. School fee savings account, ide. Pay advance salary scheme, ide. We branch and they all love but na Salon. Boko no kenema, we ide. Kabala mabogo kakambia, we ide. Jala free town loan sa, we ide. And my 91, me and you. Union Trust Bank, me and you. Union Trust Bank, Union Trust Bank, na Salon for me and you. Union Salon Banco, Union Trust Banco.
Union Trust Bank, empowering Sierra Leonean businesses.
We continue the program, Good Morning Salone, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy, 98.1 FM. We still get the Deputy Minister of Transport and Aviation, Sadiq Silla, in the studio. But quickly, then we look at another issue we get for do with the same transportation business where we discussed in the studio this morning. Plenty people don't raise concern, but how driver then can behave to passenger them and self ask them for pay two-way transport for carry and go and then different destination them. Well, this be make we reporter Elizabeth Blab been talk to different people them na Freetown and ask them what they think about transport business in the country.
Yeah, na my name Almami. I'm a student from warehouse. This transport generally in the country not really easy. As you see now, also people who are out for way transport. You see different people and smart for get transport. It's not funny for them to get transportation. Especially where they come up from God Reach for going side town, they find it difficult to get transport. I see some saying if you're able patients, if you're urgent, Pass it take halfway and they carry. So the driver them back apprentice say no. They can make it so difficult for people and pass to begin take and two way. You see, but while the government put on down for we, it will be easy for everybody get away for goal and destination.
Me and my girls, in business woman, you know, because we find out now they take halfway too much, and just halfway they go. So on the point, we get 4,000 pay for transport this. So we don't determine itself. We can really pay more than that because of the halfway. So they really infect we as business woman. They pay the transport for go on the business so in Kamba. Yeah, one for me pay transportation price or need price control anyway. Because if I don't determine myself for go since 8 o'clock. So we can get transport today. So look, it's 1 hour, some minutes, some 30 minutes. So we say don't determine for go the late for go because of transportation.
I'm in for the exam Samoa and I work on Lunge International Airport. For right now, it's very difficult because could you imagine I left Lunge for Cam Obatonia from Ferry Junction for Cam Big Waterloo Street. Now 15,000 I pay. Okada wave force and not be the happen. But now it really costly. And at the sea, not only me, at the sea people they really restrain the wait for transport out there. Government get for look to this because there are people in the stream. So right, I get for fatal and doing them fighting the day you go get for dirty and some mango loss in property because everybody they wash for going to the transport.
My name is Samuel Gibbs. Now suppose who they take transport, if they go regions go, then they say they know they go. Now side street here so now then they stop. They say they don't add fuel up. So obviously they don't add fuel up. Transportation just get for go up. No?
All right, that's how we intern reporter Elizabeth Bula been talk to different people them we been give their own view about the transport business in the country. Well, Aisha Mansare been same way so talk to school picking them we then safe give their own view them about transport business in the country.
My name is Sojon Fona. I attend Prince of Wales, Kintom. Actually, the school bus is nice because it don't help me now. Parents any waste money again. Then now we get much now. We go school quick. We need late again because first all the late and the big swing. Now the school bus they go any area that they take we. The cost now 1,000 loans for the school bus. They tell the government thank you, and the government don't do great thing at Mama Salone.
Me, I'm Marion Kuma, United Methodist Secondary School. Well, the school bus, who they take on? The school bus not bad. They can't take us anytime. So they get fun. The school bus nice. It's the resident guy for we still, but sometimes. They get experience sometimes with the map stable, sometimes they still come, but they get much fun, they can't take it at time, they go to in school, they can't take you back in school at time, they go to now host them.
I'll do same bag. I'm saying that they I can see the bus can late before they meet up. The government for make the add bag school bus or the school bus when they tell them for the time, we not kill it because we also they far. Done for the time when we go to school, the teacher will talk and say we didn't do when pass that kind of stuff any. So we prefer that we they add back the school bus. For me, the school bus go plenty for we.
That's the voice of school picking them. We can take the school bus them where government provide for them. This BNTM be they talk inside the Vox Pop 20 where Aisha Mansare where Radio Democracy intern reporter Bindo. When they come back to you, Mr. Minister, you don't listen to voices of people them and safe school picking them where they use the school bus them where then they talk about what then think about the transport situation in the country. But quickly, let bring you back to the infrastructure side where we talk about earlier. Say government they plan now for build new terminal na the Lunge Airport. I don't know if we not take into consideration building a new terminal. It gets important to the airport, but again, when you look at the hotel system na Lunge, it's really challenging. Waiting on taking into consideration as when they try to improve on infrastructure at the airport.
Yeah, Khadija, one thing that can assure myself of, if you're not sure about that, but me sure of that anybody where His Excellency employ for the round for getting technical backup, now somebody of international repute. Dr. Tambi don't advise African Union on aviation matters and the whole of Africa. So you they talk and deal with somebody we really know. If we talk about one of the best experts in the world where they could take for consultancy, if they take somebody for lead the whole Africa in such a way, not Sierra Leone, just one of the countries. So when you talk to Dr. Tambi, that's what I said, I not limit the thing to, and this is how we own government in the work. We're not to the jack of all trade, must have known everybody to your own speciality. That's why I say Dr. Tambi is in charge, and you're free for contact Dr. Tambi. So Dr. Tambi give you the details, but from in presentations, the way you don't do to we. These are all things that we take into consideration. There are so many other things that it's a whole package of a project. Don't forget, say the same Dr. Tambi where they deal with this, now the same Dr. Tambi where they deal with the Longe Bridge. And when you talk about the Longe Bridge, for your information, if you not be ever know, it's the land that government WAF here. And we land at this government WAF here, all the waterfront roads them, all inclusive, hotels and everything on the other either side of the things there. So these are all packaged there. But please, for want of clarity, and we talk to the issues and directly, talk to Dr. Tambi. After this, I'll give Dr. Tambi number. You can call Dr. Tambi and schedule to her. In the experts in that. You now talk about this famous land transportation, and exactly this is what, because when once we change the dynamics, we change the outlooks of the land transportation, well then me, Sidona, go tell you say yes, we'll go down 80% succeed.
So while they talk about the land transportation from the voices of the people away, you hear as a Deputy Minister of Transport and Aviation, you really satisfy say on a ministry don't put proper transportation structure in place?
Well, when you use the word proper, it's an open-ended. You know, Khadija, I like for use A-type prepositions, A-type prepositions, you know, they respond to with a definite thing because it's a continuous thing, it's an open-ended. Proper transportation, these are continuous things. You know, as the world improve, the modernization they come, a country like Sierra Leone will no one left behind with technology. So I'm not going to tell you, say, proper transportation is a definite thing. So today, proper, no, it's a continuous thing like a mobile. Today, another function come, we'll go and speak to that new technology.
Continuous thing, but
so
now,
far,
the one
so far, what we don't do. Speaking to the past is not in my DNA. I'm not interested in that. I'm not in charge. So I tell you exactly waiting at the actions that we don't take for us for today, yesterday, and the one they take forward. Now, when we come in, you do an analysis. That is what you do, like any responsible leader. You take an office, you do an analysis, which you meet, which you intend to do, and which side you want to take the institution forward. In that analysis, they will find out, say, the land transportation is very key, particularly Freetown, where they host about 2.5 million of the nation's population. We will talk, say, it's about 1/3 of the country's population. We don't find out, say, one, the transport system, now the place, it gets problem. The corridors are not clear. You know, you understand transport corridor, eh? The transport, the routes them, the corridors are not clear, the roads are tight, no parking bay, no day. So earlier in Africa, no more whole city like this. You know, they go outside and say this is like a bus stop. A bus stop where they so if it be something where the bus they park, it allow the other traffic for flow easily. We find out say we come a place. Let me give an example, like a Lumley. So Lumley not for allow where people they want cross street that they pass. You go for pass, you with the motor car wait and everything. It slow down the traffic. We forget a walk away. You claim up, you pass the motor car pass under, you motorman pass on top. You go inside, you go easily. So this one we watch them. So now we approached, the World Bank. They had a thinking about for go take loan. Now World Bank about 20 million. So we engage HE. We say these are the analysis and what we do up to cabinet level. That these are with gaps and everything. And we want to move forward. Then the president say, how do I want to move forward? Then we explain to them the details of what we want to do. HE being a proactive person, decisive leadership, it call all factors, the Minister of Finance, the transport and everything. This is what they want to do. These are the packages and say sit with una. Minister JJ will all know whether you want gear in credit. He say, Minister and you Deputy of Transport, you are ambitious, but we want to be ambitious enough. So we transform that project from a 20 million loan to a 50 million grant, free. And we add components to them. Okay. And these components then, we target the land transportation. That you hear that woman talk, or a man we talk, where you go, then take you from one short route now to another route here, then they overcharge you. a transportation, public transportation, not a thing where you dey make profit as a government.
Mr. Minister.
Not a thing where you dey left am in the hands of the private people then completely. Because let's be fair with the people there. For pay 2,000. When somebody get for receive 2,000, say it generates for buying motor car, even a car, way they of standards. When you get for bidder, so government will come in and will come in handily, not only for provide the vehicles, but for also clear the corridor.
So back to the question I asked you earlier. Some of the things that we don't explain, so say una don't put in place for the ease of transportation for the people as a government, una satisfy with them, say the people they get the proper transportation means?
Yeah, we satisfy, say, I mean the process don't kick in and the process don't begin to solve. Because we say you put 50 school buses into the system, the school picking them, the difficulties and try to come, it is. And we say you plan again for put another 50. Because this is what we said. But could be say the 50 just stop to 50. The next year, 2020, we get another 50. So we say you get that. As you continue, you coverage and you span, they continue. But let me tell you one thing as well. In this World Bank project, for which Radio Democracy we are welcome for talk about her, we are welcome for interview about her, we no less a person but HE the president, they launch on the 28th. Namiata Conference Hall. It in itself no more. They provide minimum 100 public buses for the western area. Where they begin run right from Waterloo, go right to number 2 river. We clear the corridors them. We make a bus park. We create a market. That market in Lumley. We move them to that car wash where they see where they go towards Lumley Beach.
So how soon then it go happen? Because for my experience, people like a long time.
No,
project.
It's not long time. It's not long time. You like to talk about next year business. Who they talk about?
Well, this year already done.
This year business. If you don't done, would I say done? Now you see, with this project, would they refer to the project is titled. It's tied to the Integrated Resilient Urban Mobility Project under the Ministry of Transport. Now in the MECAM, all the fiduciary and procurement activities fall under the Ministry of Finance. We implement. Now, before the board approved them on the 13th of June 2019. The effective date is 11th October. Will they launch the thing, the implementation will begin, and the period now for 5 years. 2019 to 2024.
Okay, we'll go for a break. We'll come back. You can give more details about this project.
But this confuse me, boo. Look where Uncle Nat in Wall Solid. Look in block them where them beat for them, where they save solid, and at the same amount of cement and sand then they use for beat me on. But look what in the happen, me wall down for them, all the block they all don't scatter. It like say some kind magic they behind this. You want to know the magic behind this? Now the superior quality, extra strong, extra life and extra yield cement where are the use, and that's not Dangote 3X Portland limestone cement. Dangote cement now the highest grade cements at the country. When a 42.5 R grade cement, when no one day come na this country, and one of the highest grade pan cement where you go get na the wall. Where you want your concrete, wall and block solid, use Dangote 42.5 R cement, you no go regret them. You go get Dangote 42.5 R cement na all the shop and building material store na the one whole country.
The program Good Morning Salone continue, and inside the program now we look at another issue. For solve the problem with Salon and the sub-region they face by light business, we don't make plenty investor them not they come na the country. This makes Salon the all one multi-stakeholder renewable energy and clean cooking conference for Mano River Union country them Monday November 18 this year na the same blow. As we for talk about thing we go get into the energy markets na the sub-region. Also the president Dr. Julius Madabio say by the year 2022 over 100 energy source them good day we go get light to about 400,000 people all over the country, particularly in the rural community them. Elizabeth Cam will be the part of this and go now report.
The Sustainable Development Goal 7, they talk about access to affordable, reliable, sustainable and modern energy for all. Salon dey part of the sub-region where they get challenge for get full electricity with all the plenty water, natural gas, solar and other forms of power potential where then sub-regional country get. Government and them partners them don't they work together for get strength na the energy sector na them 4 region here. This according to the Secretary General for the Mano River Union Secretariat, Ambassador Medina Wese, commend the government of Salon for where them put more strength na the renewable energy with clean cooking as main priority, but say the country them for focus na the upline part for get renewable energy as na they need them more.
We applaud ECOWAS for setting the framework of an ambitious regional policy to increase access to modern energy services. The government of Sierra Leone should be commended for carving out this niche and focusing on renewable energy with clean cooking as its first priority in the renewable sector. Indeed, the relative access of reliable energy within the MRE space is rather concentrated in urban centers, leaving the energy access in the rural and remote areas more challenging. Thus, the relevance of renewable energy and clean cooking to where it matters most.
Ambassador Medina Wese carry on say government for transform the renewable energy for investment opportunity and say energy policy with clean cooking go add more value na the people in life. For achieve this transformation, it say they forget strength to the regional institution environment for the monitor the government investment them and warn people not for the cut stick we go ambog global warming.
Your Excellency the President, the energy demand, most especially for renewable energy and clean cooking, goes to the heart of climate change and human behavior affecting global warming. If we do not put gender and population issues at the center of the global dialogue, we in this sub-region with the 3rd largest forest cover left will wake up some morning in the not too distant future to look for the trees which were in the forest.
Where it talk na this conference, the member of parliament for constituency 62 na Cambia district, where same way so na the chairman and founder for the Energy Nexus Network, Honorable Dr. Halaji Kande Yumkela, say he decided with the Minister of Energy for bring this high-level multi-stakeholder renewable energy and clean cooking conference na Salon for make incumbent member of parliament them na other ECOWAS country them know but the development of renewable energy and how them for take policy then serious when they deal with renewable energy.
To bring parliamentarians on board to understand their critical role for legislation in terms of energy access. And there are a few international observers here trying to see if it works, then we use this model going forward. You can't have proper energy legislation and energy investments without governments setting the policy and the targets. It will not work if you don't have parliaments that understand why certain tariff policies are necessary.
Honorable Dr. Halaji Kande Yumkela say Salon and Liberia very small for bring big investor them. So he say pass the country get integrated markets for make it go succeed per energy business.
Liberia and Sierra Leone are too small to attract investment. We've been struggling with Bumbuna 2 now for 20 years. It's a nice project, but it's too small for the big investor. Unless we have an integrated market, big investors will not come. Liberia, Sierra Leone, Guinea amongst the most energy poor countries in the world. Guinea less than 25% electrification, Sierra Leone 15, Liberia about 15 as well. Rural areas 1%. So Mr. President, this is the vision. We're starting it in Sierra Leone with the support of the MRU Secretariat.
Alhaji Kanja say that the Minister of Energy say this na the first multi-stakeholder renewable energy clean cooking conference where Salon do ever hold for the 4 Mano River Union country them. He talk about Usai Salon de now na the renewable energy program. Usai he talk about the 54 mini grid where President Biogo launched this now.
Under the ministry's flagship rural renewable energy program and with support from DFID and UNOPS, 54 communities have been served by mini grids. Another 40 will be served by the end of next year, totaling 94. This is being done.
The Minister of Energy, Alhaji Kanja Sise, say they know say the rural community them need energy. So he said the government they work stronger one for make sure say dem give them renewable energy. Honorable Babel Hon, na the special representative for energy in Africa and the Federal Ministry for Economic Cooperation for Development, say it supports this conference because it think about Africa and the new generation.
I will do that for the future generations, for my grandchildren, but also for the people here in Africa. Because I'm not only an expert of energy, I'm also an expert of climate. You are so suffering of climate crisis.
Where it opened the 2-day high-level multi-stakeholder renewable energy and clean cooking conference for member them na the Mano River Union country. His Excellency the President Dr. Julius Maada say and governments aware of the challenge them where people they get spanlight business and salon and the Mano River Union country them make it say where it take power inside 2018 and government put more seriousness on the energy sector because it say energy they help for develop the educational sector, agriculture, innovation and serve give strength to the economy. USA is say the Mano River Union country them not for forget but the environment challenge them.
Energy supports the expansion of the scope of educational activities, as we all know, for different reasons. Value chain added agriculture and additional economic activities are possible only with availability of energy. Energy supports innovation and ICT related activities and services which are very crucial for telecommunications and financial services for persons who cannot otherwise access formal financial services or institutions.
President Dr. Julius Maada carry on say by the year 2022, over 100 energy supply structure then go on day for give lights to about 400,000 people them all over the country, especially the one them we tap na upline.
Sierra Leone has emerged as a mini-grid leader on the continent. More than 145 mini-grids should be operational by 2022, serving over 400,000 customers, mostly in the rural areas. This significantly contributes to narrowing the disparity in energy access between urban and rural areas.
The President Dr. Julius Maada the end up say this conference will help for make more private sector investments in the country. We make a call on the Mano River Union country member them. We come na this conference for make them talk about the thing them. We will help for address the challenge them where the Mano River Union country them they get spanlight business. This conference they continue Tuesday, November 20, 2019. For Radio Democracy, Mina Elizabeth Campbell the reports.
We continue the program. Good Morning Salone, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy, 98.1 FM. Where they bring the program come to you this Tuesday morning. Mina Khadija Bangura.
And it's up to you, Kalon.
We look at text messages, then now we una don't send na the program. The first one where at the read they come out from Mustafa Fofana on our Facebook page. They say transportation is one of the key sector because poor transportation system will even make business to diminish. We need proper transportation to move humans and goods across the country, especially our women that are buying and selling. This is their daily complaint. Together we conquer.
This other message here, they say we need more sea transportation in terms of ferry. So I'll advise the Ministry of Transport to maintenance in asset ferry so that it will be added to the ones that are already running, because already there are so many challenges in sea transportation.
For Michael Conte on Facebook, it is say no proper planning in the city since our colonial days. Now just continuity and it's getting worse. Example, overpopulation, flooding, mudslide as a result of poor planning.
This other message I will take inside the program, they say, what measures have you put in place for persons with disability for them to have easy access to transportation? Now James is sending that message there.
From Alhaji Bangu on our Facebook page, they say, why World Bank? Why can't we use our resources to build the nation? Why drowning our country to debt?
Another message, they say, Mr. Minister, the project you talk about is a good one, but the people need immediate solution to normal transportation, to go to their work, school, and businesses. More message inside the program, and this other message, the same. Mr. Minister, the sea transportation is very important as it helps to expose and make people know about the tourism sector and also about our country culture. Most people prefer to use ferry. Now that we are approaching the holiday season, that so many people be coming and leaving the country, what measure are you putting in place to improve the sea transportation? This other message is saying, Mr. Minister, you have so many good ideas, but they are not really reflective. Another message where I will take inside the program, this person is saying the project is good, but trust me, that is a very long-term project. Looking at the infrastructure around Lumley, how long will it take for you to demolish all those structures? People need immediate solution to solve all the transportation challenges. Well, I will stop here for now as we will bring in the Deputy Minister of Transport, Sadiq Silla. We will respond to the message today.
Well, thank you very much. The messages are straightforward. We're coming to the peak season, so therefore the efficiency and the effectiveness of the sea transportation, particularly the ferry. And I think that's when the GM of ports and the executive director of maritime that they work on now as I speak to you, because we are aware about that. That's not the normal routine them. That way come to that peak hours and the movements that they make. So we reinforce that and ensure say no to that. When you talk about persons with disability, as you don't see, we don't begin to look into that. If we work out with the school buses, we make sure say it's a disabled free. And then when we talk into the project, what they talk about, and somebody they say now World Bank project, so another debt back. Please, that person they listen carefully and understand. It's a grant. It's a free thing. You need to pay. The people that don't come, we've done our best as a government for put with issues and together, like I know more the radio, they help we for little understand, say, we're not the shy away, like I said, we're not the communicants don't begin to blame past government. That's not my own style. There's a problem as a government is continuity. As a nation, we don't come meet that. And are we now in charge? So waiting will they do for solve the problem? That's the most important thing. And that's what we're doing. We've approached the World Bank. We don't justify the reason why enough will be alone, because this is a hard core thing, and like I speak to una, the transport sector, the second highest employer apart from agriculture in this country, formal or informal, and in this country. So we know with relevance, we know with seriousness. The first sector, I agree with 100%. Once you get the movement of persons and goods freely, that itself the help in the economy. Without the help we optimize, we gain them in the economy. The project what they talk about, not a long-term project. From 2019 to 2024, it's not a long-term project, and the effective period don't even pass. So we're now in the implementation period. And this project, they broadly speak about three components. If I want to take a step from the real, where a question I ask, we are very interested in that thing. From the real component 3, it tell you say component 3 they build human capital and institutional capacity. We they see a institutional capacity now where we they target women them, because along all this corridor there, the women them now they go for do the trade. When you create the corridor, the woman they move in wares them from one market to another very easily. So women's empowerment, we will create a blockchain solution so that they will enhance the financial gains them and make sure say they part of this project. We look into that. We even talk about institutional capacity there. Institutional capacity there, which again institutions like road transport corporation.
So all anything we don't talk about. So the plan day na you paper we the read from when exactly the Ministry of Transport and Aviation go start for one, so that people go see and ease them burden.
Khadija, the thing is ongoing. The effective period is 11th October, and we don't meet all the criteria, all the conditions as a government. World Bank don't approve them. So the project they on now. So it's not when. It's not about when it begin. It don't begin. 28th of this month, we just go do a formal launching. Whether you like it or not, you believe it or not, we are a talk and do government.
So in terms of...
So we know they just can't talk because for talk's sake. We're talking from the heart. We know the problems. We know they shy away from the problem. We are not in charge. We are not here for blame game. What we for do now and what we don't do, now they let to the public. These projects are, as like I said to you, if you really understand the things them. We say we transform that road transport corporation for let it become a regulatory and a planner rather than an operator. As how you know now, road transport and follow by bus that they want to go upline, and that is not it. Therefore, become a regulatory body and a planner, and this one. We say they restructure the private bus system because now you remember one of the texts where you read or one of the concerns where you read, then take you out and drop you halfway. No properties. We know they just say, let we just take the people that the private bus say, this is bus not good for purpose, you they overload them, you know they come. We say, would they buy bus there? We'll bring the private operators them inside into the system, we organize them, then run the bus, but this
all
bus
inside
will go
this
on
project so they
electronic.
talk about
Minimum 100 public buses there, just for Ogu Bridge yonder.
Waiting at the time frame of the project, because you say you already don't start.
Yes.
But waiting at the time frame.
The project beginning ending now from 2019 to 2024.
So that is over
everything. You for don't utilize a 50 million grant. I still repeat, grant. It's not a loan.
So, Mr.
So
Minister,
we'll not go add board into people them.
So this project, say people at the beginning say and benefit from now over 3 years. When are the immediate solution, especially to land transportation? Because over 3 years, it's as if we not put things in place. More challenge good day for people for
immediate. So no, not call and say immediate. So we say that the day-to-day approach to this one. This is what government in your part they do for provide the services. The government in your part also for create the enabling environment and the regulatory frameworks.
But people need transport for move from one place to another.
Encouraging, but every day people are moving.
But they get challenged, you're not accessible and affordable.
Will never end. That's why you take it. Even at the best of America, those challenges will never
They're
end
not for
because
plenty.
it's a continuous thing. That is why we are taking actions for mitigate them every day. You now know saying that this country, we get a device now, a system where road safety they use. If you drive your motorcar, me they be and me as a dick. Are they able to check if that motorcar violates
so now
laws?
Tell me waiting at the day-to-day approach for easy transportation,
Very
because you
good.
still not
very
for
good.
us.
Very good. The day-to-day approach.
Yeah.
You see an example of what we do in Lumley. The time we they spend for cross that Lumley place. I mean, they spend and they now. No, because would they make the traffic move? Because it's not really about the motorcar with Boku, but we want motorcar stuck into the traffic for nearly 1 or 2 hours. You don't go now Eastern Police. Wait till the day Eastern Police for over 2-3 hours. You stop.
But the traffic congestion a good move, but again the main one now for let the citizen and get access to public transport.
But how you go get access to when if one motorcar move Khadija, it goes stuck inside traffic for 3 hours.
And they talk about the availability.
Yes,
of
because the motorcar day, but the easy movement, mind you, transportation now the easy flow of them. Now it can be one vehicle, but if it allow it, they go fast, it go easy.
The motorcar then
the
motorcar then they outside.
We talk about government own provision.
No,
of transportation.
You see, this is where you guys
not for make them affordable for people.
No.
Not for provide them for people.
Wait, this is where you not get the whole thing wrong. You always they propose say government now for provide all the services there. No, if government provide all the services there, the economy now they move by that. You understand? The government is not an NGO. That's what you want to transform government into an NGO. Get motorcar move.
But government mandate for provide necessity needs of people. With the transportation now one, and we not see that yet to actualize.
Can you just see 50 school buses are out of the fleet in the country?
That's not for school picking.
Yes, who say you see a road safety that they provide buses that they move people there over and over. They can say that one thing. Who say you see they clear the corridor for let the private vehicles move at a faster rate so that they go able to move people at peak period. You say you don't see nothing.
But then in the
so what you get you want to see? You want them to overcrowd the whole place with
the school buses are for school picking them.
Yes, but then the population, you know that the population of a school going population.
Yeah, but you get the cities also we get from one place to another.
40% of the national population of this country. So therefore, catering for 40% of the national population, you see that there as a joke?
Oh, no, for do more than that.
Yes, and we're ready for do. That is why I said to you, it's a continuous process. Nobody they provide a 50 school bus, you clear a corridor, then you say that is enough. So no, me says also I'm not going to say that is enough.
Mr. Minister, earlier you say government not to an NGO, but you are aware say the government again gets responsibility for make the citizen comfortable, for get access to their basic needs.
Well, that is what government should do. That is what government should do. Government will ensure say And that is what we're doing. We create an enabling environment so that the private person, where they live in business, they live in life through transportation, also get a space. You cannot expect government say go buy bus, put all over the place, they move people them free.
Okay,
how the private person they survive?
Continue for
how you move the economy around? You know they move the economy. Government is on. I still repeat. I dey speak to you. Forget about me being a minister now, but I speak to you now as an economist.
Okay, continue for day with we Deputy Minister of Transport and Aviation, Sadiq Sila. Quickly, we listen to Wakabot.
Another morning, I take to the man that take to the I take fuel again. I take power where the state institution the pool is not some people and they keep fuel. But where you go, fuel not there at all, but the responsible man for make sure say if they keep fuel, take action against the pool weapons softener. 9% go me yesterday Wakabot. It's a left than Tokyo. It's a right now. Negotiation they begin to. Anytime they tell you how things then they go on now. Fuel they come. No, it's a tidy. Ate, no go Rio. Ate the cow man then right now. It's no easy. Don't back go agent. Ate politics na Salon now na fimo, na school, politics na university. Until the other madam de talking, how politics na Salon, in a professor ate okay. Waiting the reporting and no go see na this tongue. Ate as here they go on to tenants then we bring the pay dollar. Na they another now the other pay dollar. Ate we they make na the loans. So when you know they come, you have for paying $6,000. At the pool so pay na use na 60 million. At the way watch the money, you look 60 million. Na that at boom. This will dollar only. Ustain go stop. Me na don't Wakabot.
Alright, so they continue the program. Good Morning Salone, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy, 98.1 FM. We still get the Deputy Minister of Transport and Aviation, Sadiq Sila, at the studio as we continue for look at the transport sector and some party reforms them where the ministry don't make for ensure say people can get proper transport system at the country. Mr. Minister, earlier you make mention of 100 bus system. Minimum of 100 bus system where you say on a ministry they bring for Sierra Leone people under the project where you just say una go launch on the 28th. And the lifespan of this project now from now to 2024. Within the implementation of this project, when exactly the citizen will get access to this minimum of 100 buses?
Less than a year of the project, because the project gets components and when infrastructure development where it takes some time. Let me just give one or two sides then. Under this project then we'll get for improve the road conditions and rehabilitating key roads sections now within this project. So that is not something we just do like that. You will go for improving the drainage capacities. We'll go for make slope stability interventions. We'll go for constructing of off-street transit, transport terminals and markets. Okay. So these are things that we take. So what they tell you say they
so by
next
year
the 2019 and everything. Not me say we wait till 2024 now they buy the bus.
So by
the bus are just one aspect of the thing. There are so many other things into this project. Where they benefit.
Mr. Minister, the bus them, you say within a year. So by next year they go available.
Of course, before the end of 2020, you see.
Okay.
Minimum 100 ultimated. Not to that they carry away, they go claim inside. Who side for pay 2,000, you give the driver 1,000, then you hold the balance, say, you paddy. That's not the panel. You claim inside that bus day without, swap your card, do the work thing, there's going to be
which kind card?
A system.
Which kind card?
Like they travel everywhere in the world. You swap. Like I get
but now man get access to that?
Yes, because it's very easy. My friend, these are easy technology. Let's say we get one of the best brains in the world about technology, Dr. Senge. They don't devise all that. It's as easy. If today we people left in a village, they send text message, they send audio message per mobile, we don't know how to read and write. So they land down there. So not even go into that. We ready, we don't test the things there. We don't take market women, they don't know how to read and write. We don't take a car driver them, Okada riders them, bus driver them. We don't sabi with them, right? We don't test them through that system. They sabi operate them.
Okay, Mr.
So we don't put them to test. So not even go that side.
So in terms of the sea transportation, you earlier say a maritime administration and port they try for put things in place for add pandifeg. Waiting people they expect to see. Because it not happen yet, and I've tried they try. So waiting they expect to see or waiting and go see. For add pandifeg.
Subtil, let me tell you, we young government, they talk word. For let just sweeten a person is like music. No, you got to talk something from the heart where you really sure say it's gonna happen.
So wait,
you understand? I'm saying to you, any responsible institution, when you operations they deal with this. In fact, yesterday I be the lunge from early this November to until the holiday period and pass. Me particularly, everybody see me frequently in Alunge. So because we got a day on top of monitoring and supervision because it's a peak period.
It's
a peak period.
Not get enough
so that
time
is
again.
why we put all these package them together.
So before December, go see other ferry to add.
No, don't be so loose like that.
No, but we already this month's already done, Mr. Minister.
You know the hugeness of ferry.
But now what you say for the peak period, I mean when I try for
you
work
don't
on
need
something.
for add other ferry, you just get for make an efficient. I don't make this argument with Khadija just now about a vehicle. When you clear the corridor, the one bus will move fast and bring everybody. Then one bus go stuck inside traffic for 2 hours. Not to how many motorcar you put na the place.
So
now
finally,
how fast the motorcar they move,
finally,
they drop
Mr.
and
Minister,
pick up people.
before you
That's
left,
very important, and that is what we seek for achieve as an immediate solution.
Finally, before you left the studios, Mr. Minister, how about the new jetties, the overhead bridges, and other improvements them way His Excellency the President make mention of inside in manifesto, the New Direction Manifesto, as a way of improving the transport sector? Well,
so as a way of impacting on the transport sector, because we don't enough for speak for Ministry of Works. But these are things that's why I've given you the appropriate authority.
But the Minister of Work in line with you now.
Yes, that is why. Wait, Khadija. Sometimes when somebody assumes say you get monopoly over knowledge, you yourself they be a problem to information dissemination. I don't give you the immediate this I give Dr. Tambi a number. Speak to the authority where they give you the fact when a young professional feed. So that time they will be comfortable instead of I help you for let we misinform the public.
Thank you very much, Sadiq Silla.
Thank you very much. God bless you all. Salon.
And God make the program this morning, they talk about some part, they reform them where they don't put in place for ensure say they improve the transport sector. Well, of course, we'll continue for Briancan because they don't make a lot of promises them for ongoing projects them way is say the Ministry of Transport they do. Well, now they end the program Good Morning Salone for today on edition. Michael Sambola and Alex Lawrence Koma now they produce the program. DJ Ahmad Naingiri technical support. Moses Kavura and in team now they make una see live now Facebook page. Mina Khadija Bangura they say have a nice day.
And Sabti Kalon they say get yourself a blessed week. Bye bye.